Assalamualaikum. Today we would like to present our project assignment entitled Investigating Classroom in Block W Building UMP Gampang Campus. My name is Ali Zainal-Abidin bin Muhammad Tamizi and my partner Muhammad Amirul Shafiq bin Nasaruddin.
HVAC are abbreviation for heating, ventilation and air conditioning. This system is used to heat and cool residential and commercial properties. HVAC systems are found in a wide variety of environments, from single-family homes to submarines, where they provide environmental comfort. These systems, which are gaining popularity in new construction, utilize fresh air from the outdoor to maintain a high level of indoor air quality. Ventilation, or the V in HVAC, refer to the process of replacing or exchanging air within a space. This improves the indoor air quality by removing moisture, smoke, odor, heat, dust, airborne bacteria, carbon dioxide and other gases, as well as controlling temperature and replenish oxygen.
HVAC system. The outside air is taken into the system from fresh air damper which passes through the pre-air filter to be purified. The purified air then passes through the chilled water coil which cools the air to desired temperature. The chilled water and hot water coils constantly receives the water from a chiller and boiler respectively. Now, the cool air, when passes through hot water coil, loses its humidity as desired by the user.
There are many advantages of installing HVAC in building. First, HVAC system can help improve indoor air quality by constantly exchanging with fresh filtered outdoor air. Next, while the initial investment in HVAC system may be greater than standard gas furnace, the long-term energy savings are noticeable after month. The HVAC system combines heating and cooling function into a single unit. This alone eliminates the need for additional construction space, installation time, and require power usage. Lastly, HVAC can minimize the growth of mold, which can also cause health problems and structural damage over time. The HVAC system continuously draw warm, moist air outside and send dry, cool air inside via an exchange. An oversized HVAC system is proposed in order to maintain desired indoor conditions at all times. Regardless of the weather condition, the system will operate at partial load for the majority of the time, resulting in lower efficiency. To achieve desired room comfort, both heat gain and loss must be balanced. The objective is to make the classroom interior space as comfortable as possible for the occupant. This is only possible through the use of appropriate method. Internal factors such as environment, equipment, and built-in material must be considered, as well as external factors, which are cost, durability, performance, and air conditioning efficiency, in order to match the size of the occupant comfort. 5 critical inputs must be taken into account when developing design parameters in order to achieve the desired HVAC system. First, design condition. Second, orientation. Third, internal condition. Fourth, building enclosure. And lastly, internal load. The amount of heat gain or loss through a building is determined by the outside and desired temperature difference, type of construction, and amount of insulation, number of shades on window, wall, roof, and size and surface area of the room, number of occupants, activity inside building, amount of lighting, and number of heat generating appliances. These variables may impact the air conditioner efficiency. Estimating cooling load requires knowledge of the peak cooling load and outside condition. Heat load refers to amount of heating required to maintain a specified indoor temperature in a building. Heat capacity refers to amount of heat that a piece of HVAC equipment is capable of producing. Heat load calculations are important to choose a proper size of HVAC system. Heat in building can come from internal sources such as electrical appliances or from external sources such as sun. A heat load calculation considers all sources present and determines their total effect.
This is the layout of the classroom at Block W building. The classroom has two doors, two cassette-type air conditioner unit, one lecturer table, three sets of windows, two at the left side and one at the right side, and 30 sets of tables and chairs for students. This is the classroom layout at Block W. The impact of indoor environmental quality (IEQ) on occupant well-being and comfort is a hot topic for HVAC systems. This considers a number of concerns, including seat building syndrome, indoor air quality, thermal comfort, visual comfort, and acoustic comfort. The IEQ includes indoor air quality, which focuses on airborne contaminants as well as aesthetic, potable water surveillance, ergonomic, acoustic, lighting, and electromagnetic frequency levels.
These are the components of indoor environmental quality. First, thermal comfort. Second, indoor air quality. Third, acoustic comfort. And lastly, visual comfort. The thermal comfort of people, management of temperature, humidity, air velocity, and any radiation sources interacting with the inhabitant may be a major issue of the HVAC sector. Additionally, sound, dust, noise, and vibration are all aspects that can make one feel uneasy. Non-environmental elements such as clothing and thus the inhabitant level of activity must also be considered.
For the thermal comfort calculation, this is the formula for the calculation. This one is for the thermal resistance formula and the total heat transfer coefficient formula. For the thermal comfort calculation, this is the thermal resistance, total heat transfer coefficient, and the heat transfer calculation. The value that we get is 146.84 watt.
Passive cooling makes use of free renewable energy sources like sun and wind to provide a household cooling, ventilation, and lighting demand. Passive cooling reduces temperature variation between indoor and outdoor spaces, improve indoor air quality, and make a building a better and more comfortable place to live or work. It can also help to reduce energy consumption and environmental implications like greenhouse gas emission. Classroom at Block W use passive cooling as it installs single glazing glass window. These are the areas where heat loss and heat gain happen in Block W classroom. First, wall, second, aluminium window, and lastly, roof.
This is the calculation for the wall. This is the calculation for the window. This is the calculation for the roof.
This is the cooling load component and contribution of heat load. This is the internal cooling load formula for people. This is the internal cooling load calculation for people. Q sensible 7595 BTU per hour, for Q latent 4805 BTU per hour. This is the internal cooling load formula for light. This is the internal cooling load for light calculation. Q is 5687.55 BTU. There are some ways to improve sustainability in HVAC system. First, increase the insulation of classroom space. Ensure the classroom is effectively insulated in order to have the most energy efficient HVAC system available. There is less of risk of air escaping if the classroom and unit ductwork are properly insulated, so the unit will not have to work as hard to heat and cool the area. Second, install a blind curtain on the window. Keeping the curtain closed throughout the day will assist to keep the classroom cooler by blocking out part of the sun heat. Alternatively, opening the curtain in the morning will allow even the tiniest bit of sunlight to filter through and naturally warm the classroom, reducing the need for HVAC system. And lastly, preserve the system airflow. It is important to keep the HVAC unit clean of dust and dirt in order to keep it running efficiently. Dust, grime, and debris can block up the system, making it work harder to push hot and cold air out.
As for the conclusion, our result met the objective of the project. The HVAC system were utilized in order to maintain the thermal comfort in the classroom. Third, the proposed method to improve the HVAC system efficiency and energy saving by increasing the insulation of the classroom space. Second, the airflow system preservation. And lastly, install a set of blind curtain on the window. That's all from us. Thank you and have a nice day. Assalamualaikum.